Yo, what is up, lads? So the chances are, if you are watching this video, it's because you've already identified that you are not where you want to be yet in life. You know that you don't want an average body, you don't want an average job, you don't want an average fucking chick, and you don't want an average fucking lifestyle. And the answer behind all of this, guys, is we are not yet the guy we need to be if we are not where we want to be in life. All right, we have to kill the current version of you and become somebody totally new, a totally new version of you if you want to get a new output. It's all who you are, guys. And today I'm gonna walk you through the three major principles where we're not gonna scan over, guys. We are gonna go deep diving down all the rabbit holes on the three major principles that are gonna get you there. This is how I went from rock bottom to where I am today, from working in an engineering job, skinny, fat, fucking acne-filled face kid who had nothing going for him, to today with a huge business where we've helped thousands of clients. And I'm now living in Dubai. I've got full location freedom and there's nothing I can't really do. I'm at that point where everything for me is just about giving back and having the biggest impact possible. So the first thing we need to think about, guys, when we need to reinvent who you are, I want to talk about the word mindset, okay? So first thing we're going to talk about is mindset. And more specifically, belief systems. So we're going to break this down into two things. First of all, we're going to actually just explore what the word mindset actually means. Okay, so if we have the word mindset, this is the easiest way to identify what the fuck is going on, guys. You just actually look at a word and you break it down into what it means. Most people don't know what mindset means. So we've got mind, that is basically your beliefs. And we've got set, that means it's locked. Can't even spell it. Okay, so effectively, you've got locked beliefs. And if you had the correct mindset, you would already have the correct life. So as much as it hurts our ego as guys, and we want to think we've got the best mindset, if you are not where you want to be, if you're not in the job you want, you're not earning the money you want, you don't have the chick you want, and yeah, you might be a bit better than some of your mates, but you're not fucking at the top. You're not a 1%er yet, as much as you might want to tell yourself you are. This is incorrect. If you had the correct mindset, you would have the results because your beliefs would be aligned with the actions that would give you the results. So we have to change these. We have to change the beliefs. Okay, so this is what we're going to explore and break down first of all today, guys. So I want you to think of this diagram all the time. So you've got beliefs, you've got actions, you've got results, and you've got feedback. So big circle, big circle, big circle, circle. All right, so beliefs lead to actions, actions lead to results, results give you feedback, feedback changes beliefs again. So let's just deep this, guys. Right now, let's just think that, let's run two common beliefs that we've helped our clients with, okay? So one belief may just be, I don't think I can get to 8% body fat whilst building muscle and actually feeling energized with my 9-to-5 job, hypothetically. So if you believe that, and that's the story you're telling your mind every single day, you are going to take actions aligned with that, okay? And a lack of action is also action, okay? So now, what are you not gonna do? You are not gonna hit your macros and you're not gonna track them every day. You're not gonna prepare your meals. You're not gonna turn up at the gym sessions. You're not gonna do the cardio. You're not gonna do the steps. You're not even gonna try structure your calendar to make it happen because you don't believe. And even if you start getting some form of results, you're then gonna do a self-sabotage action. you're going to be like, nah, I don't think I can do it. So you start losing some body fat, and straight away, you go on a bender and you go have the 2 Domino's pizzas and you pile that weight back on, and then you still not got shredded. And yeah, you might be 12% body fat and you look okay, you look mediocre, you're just a fucking guy who looks a bit normal, but who the fuck wants to be normal, right? So that's the first thing. So then you're gonna take the wrong actions, a lack of action or a self-sabotaging action. Then that's gonna give you a result. It's gonna give you an output. An action is an input, a result is an output. You're then gonna have a lack of results because you've not done the right actions. For a long period of time, you've not done them consistently. That is then going to give you feedback that you are right, that you shouldn't believe that that is possible. And now you even stronger believe that you can't get to 8% body fat, build muscle, and have high energy and do that around your 9 to 5. So that's really powerful. Everything stems from this. You have to fix your mindset, you have to fix your beliefs before you achieve a result. Everybody thinks that your mindset just grows. You actually have to work on your mindset from the very start. We do this with all of our clients, whether it's in VIP or in CEO. Now, another one. I don't think I can earn 20,000 a month online might be one for our CEO clients. Now, what does that mean? They're not going to do the work that they need to do, or if they start creeping up their monthly income in their online business, they're now going to stop doing the work, or a lack of consistency, or they're going to take a week off, and now they're going to have results, which is a lack of results, and gives them feedback. Whereas, let's just change this. Let's reverse all this. And now let's say you are in a room of guys that are absolute savages and are 8% body fat. They are killing it, they are building muscle, they look sick, and they're all earning 20K plus per month. Well, now you can see living proof that that actually can happen. And when you know it can happen and you see people taking the positive actions and not self-sabotaging and getting real results every day, when you're in the rooms with these guys, you're going to start to believe that you can more. And you're going to tell yourself, oh, I can. And when you know you can and you've seen living proof, you're then going to take the correct actions consistently because you know it works, because you trust it. Then you're going to get results. Then that feedback is going to tell you, oh, this works. I am shredding the body fat. I am getting more jacked. I am earning more money. And now you believe in yourself more and you get into an exponential spiral of believing in yourself more every day, which makes you take more action every day, which gets you more results every day, and you just grow exponentially. So if you fix your beliefs on day one, you will live the exact life you want to live and you will become the man you need to be. Now, if you don't have the life you want to be right now, it's because you're not the man you need to be. All because of one thing: your beliefs are wrong. Okay, the only way to fix your belief, guys, is to have clarity and trust that what you want to do can be done. Now, if you're like me, guys, I used to live in a small town called Holmfirth in Huddersfield in the UK. No one was doing what I wanted to be doing. Like, my business has done 20,000+ in a day before. I've had the craziest conditioning in my physique. I stay 8 to 10% body fat year round and run a business that's operated with over thousands of clients, right? That weren't even a vision that I could comprehend when I was back in my old environment. Now, in order for that to start spiraling into what it is today, how I did that, well, I got in the rooms. Now, not physically, I didn't know anyone, and I also weren't a guy that could be in those rooms yet. But what I did was I invested in myself. I invested in myself. The first one was just a normal online physique coach, almost like our VIP, just a physique and mindset program where it's just full of savages, career focused, performance focused, physique focused, just becoming the best self. And then you're in a room virtually through social media, plus getting all the actions that show you it's possible, because everyone in there is walking the walk, getting results. Your beliefs instantly fix, your actions are also tailored, and you have full trust and clarity in them, so you believe more. Then you take those actions, then you get results, then you get feedback, then you go around. And all I continue to do is just invest in people in front of me. So, for example, there's a great quote. I talk about this quite a bit. And it's effectively, I see further because I stand on the shoulders of giants. And that effectively means I have belief in what can be done because I've got in the rooms with guys that do it. Most people just don't get in the guys. They just shy away and they hide from the fucking truth of what some people in the world are achieving. I'm a 24-year-old guy from the fucking UK where everyone was achieving nothing, and now I've come to where I am today. Because I was like, I don't care if no one around me is doing this. I know someone somewhere in the world is. I would go on holidays as a kid and I would see people driving around in Ferraris and looking shredded, and I'd see some of these entrepreneurs who I was going on holiday for 3, 4, 5 days. And there was lads there in the 20s and 30s who that was just their life every day. That's the life I live today. Just outside this window, palm trees, Dubai, skyline, Burj. I would dream of coming here for a few days once. And when I knew there was guys living that as their lifestyle and looked class, I was like, okay, something is clearly wrong. So I had to get in the rooms with people who looked the part and were doing the part. And for me, it wasn't just physique. Yeah, I didn't want my physique just to build my physique, not for just looking good on holiday. That's bullshit. It was just to simply become the best version of myself so I could trust my conscience, so I could operate at the highest level and go all in, okay? So the first thing we need to fix is beliefs. How do we do that? We get in the room with the people that have the blueprints, the people that are walking the walk, and also tons of other guys on the same mission. If everyone around you is losing, if everyone around you is doubting you, you're never gonna believe. So you have to lie to yourself that you believe in yourself by just knowing it's possible, because I guarantee you, if you're thinking of something, it is possible. There is nothing impossible, guys. Someone somewhere is doing it. You've got to go all in, okay? And if anyone doubts you, you just carry on. You're a resilient motherfucker. So that's the first thing we need to fix, because like I said, beliefs lead to actions, actions lead to results, results give you feedback, and that enhances your beliefs, all right? So if you're lacking results right now in your life, it's because you're lacking consistent, correct actions, or a lack of action, or if you are taking action, a lack of the wrong actions, all because these were wrong. So you have to believe first. You will never believe in crazy shit unless you're in the room with people doing crazy shit, all right? Like some of the guys that come to me, whether they're in VIP and they're like, I don't know how you do this, they soon know how to do this when they're in the program. Likewise with the CEO guys, when they see how I operate, when they see the impact my business has and they see how I turn up to work every day, they soon believe they can do it, and they soon do it. So the first thing is beliefs, okay? Now, the second thing is, okay, we've identified that we now believe in ourselves and we've got the habits and we know what the inputs/actions are. That's just habits. But now it's like, how do we actually put those into our life to get the results? Because it's all right saying, okay, we're going to take the actions, but how do we do that and how do we systemize that? Only when we systemize it will it become impactful to actually change our lives. So a lot of people may be like, oh, you know, when it comes to the gym or working on their side hustle or on the business, whatever it is you want to achieve, guys, it may be, oh, I'm going to try and do it on a Wednesday. I'm going to try and do it on a Friday after work, or but then it comes and you've missed it and something's distracted you. If you are struggling setting habits in, the only thing you should do is increase the volume. You need to figure out, how can I do a habit every day? And you need to understand for your life what habits are growth habits. So if you were to do something every day, it would guarantee you get to your goal. This is all we do with all our clients. We give them tailored habits that when done every day and we've built into their lifestyle, into their calendar, into their routine, their goals on the craziest levels, whether it is getting in the best shape, whether it is moving overseas, whether it is creating a big business with the craziest impact and doing 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever, we will give them the tailored non-negotiables. So what you need to do, guys, is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All those days end in day. Monday ends in day, so does Sunday, right? So you need to do the growth stuff 7 days a week. All this bullshit about it's a weekday, it's a weekend, it's week one, it's New Year. This is bullshit, guys. The only thing that's true is it's a day. It goes light and then it goes dark and then it goes light and then it's dark. Every single fucking day it's light. You should do your growth stuff, guys, okay? So these habits, let's think of the foundational habits I always talk about for anyone just looking to build their best self, their best physique, their best mindset. The only 5 habits you need to do are wake up early, you're going to beat yourself up and you're going to beat everyone else up. Life's a competition, there's no distraction in the morning, right? Then, you're going to do some form of read or study, okay? So I would be reading mindset, I would be reading personal development, and if you're working on a side hustle, I would also be reading specific skill sets that are going to help you in the industry that you want to grow in, okay? Or studying, watching a very valuable video that's going to help you move forward in life, okay? So you got to study. People that think study finishes after school, that's why you're fucking failing, guys, right? What we've got to do, guys, is we've got to fucking unlearn everything from school, unlearn everything from society, and now relearn everything else. School has sent you in the wrong direction. It sent you that way. We need to undo that and then fucking look forwards, guys. Train, work out every day, every fucking day, guys. Work out all the fucking self-doubt. Work out all the fucking negative thoughts. Work out all the fucking negative beliefs in yourself. And just become the man you need to be. If you are looking down on an average fucking body, guys, you're never going to believe in you. You can't have a strong mind on an average fucking body. You don't need to be a fucking bodybuilder, guys, but you need to be fucking 8-10% sharp as fuck, a large amount of lean muscle mass. Not so you can't walk, but so you can fucking sprint, but you can also fucking lift heavy weights. You need to look good. If you walk in rooms and feel insecure about how you fucking look, guys, you'll never have a mindset that can win, okay? So you need to train. Aligned with that, you need to hit your macros. Macros should be aligned with physical performance, mental performance, because like, guys, all these people that follow like bodybuilder style stuff, it's bullshit. Now you're just going backwards. Now you're gonna have brain fog all day, feel like fucking shit, and be scratching your head wondering why you got chubby cheeks and you can't think straight and you can't work on your fucking side hustle in the evening. Right? You need to operate for high performance and build your physique at the same time and look aesthetic, okay? And then no vices. We're actually going to come back to no vices, okay? At point 3. So let me just put up here, guys. Habits daily integrated. So that's what you're going to do. Now, it may be that you've got to do something for your business. It may be like 2 hours of business, 2 hours of side hustle if you're in a 9-to-5. Every day. So you need to now open up a calendar and you've got to think, right, am I going to wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? Doesn't really matter, guys. But you are now going to work these things in to a calendar every day. Yes, you may only do weights 4 or 5 times a week, but you need to work out every single day. Some days it might just be body weight, it might be press up, some days it might just be cardio. You need to work out every day, all right? And if you say you can't, you need this more than fucking ever, right? That's the mindset issue. If you think you can't do these things every day, there is a real big fucking mindset issue, and you need to go back to task 1 and change that belief system. And instead of thinking, I don't have the time, you need to be telling yourself, I make the time for everything which is a priority in my life. And becoming the best version of myself, killing the old me, and becoming someone that would actually achieve the results I want in life is the only priority I have right now. So I fucking make the time for it and I subtract every other piece of bullshit from my life. So this gets done 7 days a week. Now, I would do this stuff, right, in the morning, okay? I would do all of this stuff in the morning. So if you start work at 9, I would be up at 4 and I would be boxing off some of this. Maybe 2 hours works in the evening or whatever, but I would be doing that. And then how I would go, guys, is this would be done 4 till 8 every morning. Hypothetically, it's going to be different for some of you guys if you work different hours, but this is going to get done every single day of the week. So every single day you are becoming better. You're becoming better mentally, with your reading, with waking up and challenging yourself in the gym, building discipline and resilience, but also you're getting 1% better knowledge-wise and mindset-wise. Also on the Saturday and Sunday, this gets done. So no matter what day of the week it is, you're gonna be running the same protocol. Now, if you're taking like a Saturday afternoon off, you've still done this, and then you just go block out from here after and you're cool and you go take the afternoon off. But if you guarantee that you grow every day, you are on path to reinventing a new identity. You are doing tasks that guarantee growth. Most people are just doing a to-do list, which doesn't guarantee any growth. And they're like, Tom, I'm so fucking busy, but I'm not getting results. Yeah, you're busy working on the wrong thing. You have to understand what levers you need to pull to make sure you get better every single day. Now, this is all personal development. This is all on you becoming your best self. Then down the line, there's going to be stuff for you guys who own your own businesses and stuff already. Then there's going to be the same principle applied with your business. What things are going to guarantee you to grow in your business every day, right? And then you can fine tune. But everybody needs to be doing this, like every guy on the planet, okay? And then the last thing, guys, is vices. It's all right having our foot flat on, hold on. It's all right having our foot flat on the accelerator every single day, and we've got our growth habits in, and we're doing them daily. But what about if you've got vices? What about when that voice in your head is pulling you in different directions? So now what I want you to think about, guys, is what's a vice? A vice is something which is pulling us away and is destructive towards our North Star goal. So let's imagine this, right? We've got, I don't even know what this is. I'm just going to imagine that this is some fucking North Star, okay? And right now, we're here. All we need to do is achieve that North Star goal. Now, this is just as big as you can think. So my North Star goal, for example, is become the very best version of myself, give it back with the world, and I want to rebuild the world with elite level men. Men these days are just fucking simpy, they're settling for average, they're fucking low energy, they're down, the women are fucking providing for them. They can't even fucking pay for the fucking missus to go on a fucking holiday with them. And the world's just fucked up. Men are meant to be at fucking war every day with themselves, with their fucking career, with their business. Becoming the fucking guys. Like, guys, go look at every fucking species. Look at lions and look at lionesses. Look at the fucking lion compared to the lioness. The lion's the big fucking fucker that's a savage. Go look at a fucking cockerel and a chicken. The cockerel's the big flamboyant one. You need to be the big aesthetic muscly fucker who's going out achieving shit. Your missus is just a little pretty thing that comes along with you and actually gives you peace and provides and raises kids and does what women are really good for. But men, you're meant to be the savage, right? Men and women are equal, but at completely different things. But right now, the women are fucking doing the men shit, right? Keep the men to the men shit, but you can only expect the men to do the men shit and the women to do the women shit when as a guy, you're doing the man shit. And that's being a fucking machine, physically, mentally, and stability-wise, emotionally and financially, okay? So for me, it's become the best version of myself, share it back with the world. And like I said, I want to rebuild the fucking world. I want to change the generation that we're in today of lads and take them to the top. That's why I've got the business I have. That's why I've got VIP, which is Build Your Best Self, elite physique and mindset coaching, taking guys to the absolute fucking top, to places they didn't even think was possible. And then we've got CEO for guys who already have coaching businesses or want to get into coaching businesses, and we take them to the top so we can create more leaders that have a bigger impact on more lives again. Right? So that's my vehicle to doing that, right? And then obviously YouTube, okay? YouTube's my way to get my message out and actually change some fucking lives and have an impact, okay? So that's the North Star goal, right? So I may have all my habits going like this and moving me towards that. Like I know my exact habits I need to do every day to get to my North Star goal, okay? And that's a lifetime mission. Okay, but it's not, people say, oh, it's a marathon, not a sprint. No, it's a fucking marathon that you sprint. Have you seen the guys that win the fucking marathon? They fucking are fast as fuck. You need to take every single day with maximum urgency, now, with as much efficiency as possible, and then still understand that shit takes time, okay? But it's no good if I've now got vices which are pulling me back. I'm doing drugs, for example. I'm drinking alcohol, I'm procrastinating, I'm fucking wanking off. All this bullshit, guys, that lads are doing everywhere. Now, this all comes down to something else, something which people don't realize on what a vice actually is, all right? So, in your head, imagine this, right? Imagine you've got this table. And around it, imagine this is a business room, right? And you've got Nike. And Nike has all the boardroom members of staff. And they're aiming for this big goal up here. And this is the table, this is the board of all the staff. And all these boardroom members of staff need to be aligned to Nike's North Star vision of building the greatest fitness brand on the planet. But if all members of staff are pulling in different directions and going off, that goal, that North Star goal, is never going to happen. So what we have to do is we have to get, this will all make sense in a second, guys, we have to get all your members of staff aligned to all fight in the same direction, all fight towards the same goal. Now, in your head right now, you're gonna have loads of different parts of you going off. So you might have, let's say, introverted Tom. You might have extroverted Tom. You might have Tom that wants to party. You might have Tom that wants to fucking shag 10 out of 10s. It's a vice, guys. You might have Tom that wants to play Xbox. You might have Tom that wants to play footy. You might have Tom that wants to sunbathe. You may have Tom that wants to lie on sofa and do fuck all. Okay? Now, what you got to remember, guys, is we've got this goal. I want to achieve this goal up here. But every single day or every other day, I'm going to get one of these other elements of me start popping up in my head. Oh, Tom, but you need to go send it. You need to just have a big night out. Oh, Tom, you just need to play Xbox for 10 minutes. Oh, Tom, you know, you're an introverted guy. You shouldn't be making a YouTube video. These are all things that's going to happen, right? When you've got this big vision, but in your head, you've got all these millions of voices trying to pull you in random directions. So the only way to remove a vice is to understand what is going on in the vice. Okay, so what you have is all of these things are a what. So you've got an emotion. Can you see that, guys? Yeah. You've got an emotion, you've got a want, which is what we just said there. And then you've got a need, a fundamental need. So basically what happens is I may have a day where I'm feeling tired. And my brain says, oh, Tom, just go lie in the sun. So my emotion says I'm tired. And the want that my brain thinks is, oh, go and sunbathe. And the need, the fundamental need behind the vice that my body actually wants is that I just want to relax. I want to switch off, okay? Which is a need, right? What goes on in your body, guys? You can't unneed something. Like your body needs something behind all of these things. It's not that you need the want, but you need the need, right? So the want is the sunbathing. But the roots behind sunbathing is I want to relax. I want to reduce my stress. That's the need. I need to reduce my stress. I need to sunbathe. So then what we have to do, guys, is we have to go, right. So we understand these principles: emotion, want, and need. So let's say we've got emotion, we've got tired at phase 1, phase 2 is sunbathe, and 3 is need. So the need would be switch off or reduce stress. Now, effectively, guys, what we have to do at this point is, okay, we go, right, what's our North Star goal? Does this move me closer to my North Star goal? And you have to say, okay, we've got either an alternative or we need to use an integration. So we could either say, right, sunbathing, how can we sunbathe and still get to our North Star goal? Okay? And we have to figure out, is this something we can integrate or is it something we need to remove when we need an alternative? So we go, right, we don't look at the sunbathing, we don't look at tired, we go, what's the need? The need is I need to switch off and reduce stress, which is a true thing. Humans need to switch off and reduce stress. So I could then go, right, is sunbathing massively destructive? No. So I would actually say I can actually integrate that into my routine, that part of my brain that wants to sunbathe. I can get these board members aligned to that North Star goal. And I could say, okay, so like maybe 30 minutes every day, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna lie on the beach and sunbathe. But I'm also going to have an audiobook on where I can learn more knowledge. So I could go sunbathe plus audiobook, and I could put that in my daily routine. And now I've got that board member of that business, that Nike guy, which was trying to pull this way and waste time. But now I've actually thought, no, you know what? I can integrate this into my routine and say, right, I'm gonna get 30 minutes sun. It's gonna raise my energy. It's gonna make me feel less tired. It's gonna make me feel more productive. And I'm gonna learn for 30 minutes on some valuable audiobook. So I could go, right, now we may go to a different one, and it may be a part of me that sometimes randomly, rarely, but sometimes does. It may be sometimes I'm feeling burnt out and I want to go party and get fucked. I just want to fucking go get smashed and fucking go to fucking Surf Beach Club and just get smashed. Sometimes that thought goes through my head. Now the need behind that is, sometimes I just want less control. So as a big business owner, all day I wake up at 3:30, 4 a.m. every morning, and till 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at night every day, I'm just on it all day, responding to inquiries, responding to client messages, responding to guys on Instagram who are messaging questions, creating content, operating the business, fulfilling the business. Like, I'm just nonstop all day as a business owner. So I'm so switched on and I'm so in control and my mind's just taking over everything all day. Sometimes I will get to the point, just like you could in anything, guys, even if you're working in, like when I was in my old job as an engineer, I would just be so focused on work all day. I'd be like, I need to switch off. I need to just stop being so in control and just let myself almost like lose control. So the thing is that most people come to is they think, I want to party. And what you have to now do is we go back here, we go, right, is this something we should integrate or do we look for an alternative to hit that need? And the thing is, guys, I would then go, right, a party, maybe once in a blue moon, maybe I do, but I know fundamentally I don't need that. And it's not gonna help me. Like, I can try and persuade myself and say, oh, it's gonna allow me to switch off, but it's not. It's gonna waste 2-3 days. And I mean, 2-3 days to me are worth, I can't even fathom how much money. Potentially anywhere between 5K and 70K, depending on what the business did on that day, okay? So why would I want to switch off for that many days? And also, I work in personal development. I'm a coach and I run a coaching business. So then that means I'm giving less value to hundreds and thousands of people and potentially hundreds of thousands more through social media that I'm producing content for, and I'm giving less of an impact and less of a change on their lives. So for me, the party thing, it's not even an option. Like, I'm a role model to everyone. I am so successful in what I do because I literally do what I preach. I'm a living example of everything I teach. So I would go, no, we're not gonna integrate that. That's just fucking bullshit. I'm gonna go alternative. What other things could I do that's gonna make me feel like I can switch off and get out of that control state of just running and operating a big business? I'm gonna go, right, maybe I just ask my missus to cook me some fucking dinner on a fucking Friday night. This is happening tonight. Mrs. cooked dinner and date night. So, I mean, my missus is a fucking 12 out of 10. She's gonna cook me a fucking banging dinner because she's fucking sick at cooking. And I'm gonna come out of my office this evening, probably 7 p.m., because I work in a black hole, because that's how I'm the most productive. I'll come out and I'll go, right, I'm just gonna switch off, no more, I'm not in control, I'm not speaking to, tens and hundreds of inquiries and managing all the clients and managing the staff. I'm just switching off, and I can just come out and I'll be like, right, so I'm not a big preacher for TV, but I'm just switching off. There might be TV on, there's some fucking steak made, there's some sweet potato fries made, and I'm like, I'm gonna switch the fuck off and chill with my fucking bitch. That satisfies that need, but is now way more productive to my North Star goal. So the key is, guys, it's not removing the needs, right? Behind every thought you want to do, whether it's go fucking wank off, whether it's go fucking get smashed, whether it's do drugs, don't look at the thing for what it is. You want to identify what's the emotion you feel when you get that thought of wanting something. So you get a thought, you get an emotion. Then you want the thing, the first thing your brain thinks of, right? Which is typically going to be a vice. And then you're going to have to be able to identify, but what's the need? What's the root need behind the want? And once you've identified the need, you can then think of an alternative or look at how you could integrate and still be productive. Maybe this one, having a drink of alcohol, maybe it's, I say, every 8 weeks, I'm going to go out and network with 2 of our highest performing clients in Dubai, or even if they're out in Dubai, traveling into Dubai, or in Bali or Miami, wherever I am in the world at the time, I'm going to take them out for dinner. I'm going to have 2 drinks. We're going to talk business. We're going to talk personal development, and we'll have 2 drinks, and I'll feel like I'll switch off, but it's still productive. So I might integrate having a couple of drinks that way, but still in productive conversations, not out on the piss, just getting smashed and self-sabotaging, okay? Maybe if I want to feel less control, maybe I go and just fucking do a skydive. Maybe I go fucking jet skiing and fucking just rag it the fuck around as fast as I can and fall off. Now I just feel like, okay, I'm a bit less in control, right? You've got to think of other ways you can satisfy a need. If you become a master at identifying what the need is behind any vice, you know what emotions cause it, so you can manage your emotions. You need to become cold with your emotions, guys, but you're still going to feel the emotions. And once you've identified the need, you can look at an integration or an alternative, right? Because it's not just how good your habits are, it's how good it's how much you're not fucking pressing the brake. Now, I would argue I've got where I am today because I've become very fucking good at not pressing the brake. I'm extremely aware on when I feel something and when I need a thing, I identify the need and I go and find an alternative that can give me the same solution. Once you've mastered that, guys, everything will change. All right, so just to clarify, guys, you need to fix your belief systems from the start, all right? You need to integrate those habits daily. And you need to pull out vices. If you can pull out vices by identifying and understanding what part of the vice is a fundamental need in your body and just solving that fundamental need in a different way, which is aligned with your North Star goal, becoming the best version of yourself, it's so easy, guys. Yeah, success is subtraction. When you look at guys who are really doing well, they live such a simple life, you know? If your life right now isn't where you want to be, I guarantee it's a lot more chaos. I guarantee it's a lot more chaos than mine. I live the most simple, straightforward life ever. All successful people do. It's a very systemized life where it's all moving towards one big goal and there's no bullshit that's pulling them back. Or if it is, it's integrated. Sometimes I may feel like, I just feel like I've been doing the same thing for so long and I just need to travel. So I've got this like fed upness and then my want is travel. And then I may go need, okay, I need some freedom. Well, I'm in a place where I have full freedom. I built my life. I built my business that way online. Well, maybe I go and integrate. And maybe I go, okay, I'm going to travel every 6 weeks, every 12 weeks and go on, I might say, right, I've got 20K budget every 12 weeks to go and travel wherever I want, and I'm going to turn it into a work trip. I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to meet a few clients, and I'm going to film content and make it a work trip, but also get to travel. I don't take holidays, guys. I just work for my life and always become as valuable as I can in my life and get to travel and be wherever I want to be at the same time, right? That's the only way I can be fulfilled. So guys, run through this process, make notes, rewatch it again. And if you solve these 3 things, you fix your beliefs because you're in the right rooms and you're getting the knowledge and you're getting the information from the guys that actually know how to do it. And you integrate your habits so they're daily, right? And if you think you can't do them daily, you need to go back a step and you need to come here. Then once you've done that, you need to come into here and make sure there's no subtraction and look at how you can integrate the feeling or how you can just find an alternative and do the alternative, all right? It's really simple, guys. You know, a lack of professional development is just a lack of personal development. You have professional problems because of your personal development, yeah? The only thing anybody needs to do if you are not where you want to be in life is you need to become the best version of yourself, physically and mentally. If you don't do that, you are never getting there. If I look back at who I used to be, how I looked, and how my thoughts were when I was unsuccessful, when I was fucking skinny, fat, and broke, even though I was doing better than most of my mates at the time, I used to think I was doing okay. Even when I was in my PT job, I had a PT business before I made my second online business. And my PT business, I mean, I was doing 10, 12K a month, and I used to think I was doing well. I weren't doing well. 10, 12K a month is fucking nothing, right? If you're working all the time and you still don't like who you are, right? You've just got to build it's not about just money, guys. It's about all of it. You've got to love who you are. You've got to love your body. You've got to love your mind. And you've got to have a career that allows you to feel free and satisfy your needs, right? That's all it is, guys. Go all in on you. All in. Mindset, habits, vices. That's all you need to do. Guys, hope you found that really valuable. As always, I will fire some links for some free stuff below. Top 10 books I've been reading recently, and also a free self-mastery guide. If you don't already, let's connect on Instagram at Tom D. Pearson, and I will see you in the next video, guys.